Thank you, Madam Chair. As staff stated, this erases the rights outlined in the Parents' Bill of Rights that was bipartisanly passed off the...
Do you have a question,
Yes, I
Representative
do,
Couture?
Madam Chair. I'm getting to it.
You're taking away from public testimony, so please get to the question.
All right, here's my question. Why do you want schools to hide information about my kids from me? And what gives schools the right to decide what me as a parent deserve to know about my own children? Thank you.
Thank you for the question, Representative Couture. I imagine we will have a longer conversation about this after testimony, and I welcome a meeting with you and find time in your calendar to discuss just this. The rights of parents that were passed in the initiative and that we have discussed here in this committee do exist in other parts of statute. And if there is question about whether or not that information should be clearer, I welcome your feedback.
Thank you. Representative Keaton.
Since parents are legally required until age 18 to be financially legally responsible, why does this policy bill remove the right for parents to be notified of impending medical services that they might be financially responsible for?
Again, Representative Keaton, thank you for the question. There are a number of policies in this bill that have been exist in other parts of law, and important information that parents should have. If it does not exist in another statute, I'm happy to revisit that conversation with you.
Thank you, and thank you for allowing me to testify today. My name is Dr. Tracy Castro-Gill. My pronouns are they, them. I am a disabled queer Chicanekis educator and scholar in Washington State with my expertise on curriculum and instruction. These are markers that were made illegal recently in the federal government. However, my very presence and humanity is in opposition to that legislation. I want to remind us that George Orwell, in his novel 1984, warned us about limiting how we are allowed to define ourselves and our experiences, and how that allows fascism to take root. Teachers have historically held the gap between humanity and fascism, often becoming the primary targets of fascist regimes, and we're seeing that play out currently.
Excuse me, can you keep your focus on the provisions of this bill?
Yes.
And may also just ask, you signed in pro. Mm-hmm. Is that your testimony?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Please continue.
Yes, and so the fact that teachers have stood in the gap and are the primary targets are why I'm testifying pro, because of the protections for educators. Educators, as we've heard from students, are often the people who foster student identity and development, and are currently being targeted and pushed out of their positions because of this fact. I also teach at the University of Washington and hear the curriculum violence and harm and how they're being erased in their K-12 programs, much the way that I and other gender expansive people were erased by Representative McIntyre in this very room today.
Excuse me, ma'am. We don't impugn members. Please proceed carefully.
Thank you. So I ask that we amend the legislation. I am in favor of it. Language in the CCDEI and the Ethnic Studies OSPI framework that provide support for teaching about race and racism.
Thank you.